You are watching the LizMani Show.
Welcome to LizMani Show. I'm your girl Elizabeth Amani, aka LizMani. Today I have with me the president and CEO of Nigerian Entertainment Awards, Martin Fayomi. Martin is a public speaker and the CEO of Fayomatic Entertainment Group. Welcome to this show, Martin. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great. Nice to be with you this evening.
Wow, thank you. So I want to officially congratulate you for the new position as the president and CEO of Nigerian Entertainment Award. That is a huge deal. How do you feel?
Well, thanks. I don't know if I feel any different than I felt before I assumed that responsibility, but try and reorganize our vision and hopefully take us over the hump and we can get to where our collective goal is as a team.
That's interesting. So I know you're working with DJ Zemo, Coscanino, and Tokwe Esso. How is your working relationship with? I mean, is like with them?
Well, it's great actually. We're like brothers. We're family first, business partners second. Friends last. I would say. We take our collective vision as individuals and entrepreneurs together. We don't always get along. I mean, people think we're always on the same page. No, we don't always get along. Everyone has their own personality. We have a strong personality, but the most important thing that we act it out. We understand that the project and the business go as we all go together. One for all and all for one. So we come together and make it work. I mean, I'm proud of those guys that put their art out every year, and big shout out to them.
This is what's going on. A lot every year when you nominate people and then you release the list, it's like a lot of people are waiting for this list. Oh, whose name is gonna be there? Blah blah blah. And I just want to know what is the nomination process like.
Well, over the years we've retweaked our process, and let me first of all answer your question before I diverge more into what it takes to be nominated. But our process is pretty much straightforward. Is there any material, either music, movies, actors and actresses, whatever material that we feel has been commercially released to the market between March of the preceding year is the year where basically award someone. So let's take for example 2014. It's going to be March of 2013 to March of 2014. So we have an organizing coordinating committee that vet the processes. The industry experts. We keep it anonymous because lobbying and all that stuff. They want to remain a lot anonymous. They present us with a list every year. The job of the executive committee is myself, Tokbe, Zemo, and Kaz is to go through those recommendations. Also put our own inputs in there with the hope that we're not always going to get it right 100%, but we're always comfortable. Anywhere with that in the 90s anyway, that we're confident that individuals that we choose to promote with our brand, we choose to recognize with our brand and award eventually with our brand are those that we can take anywhere in the world and say, hey, this gentleman or this lady is at top of their game. They're well to do, to be reckoned with. And just to divert a little bit, some people will get left out. And if those controversies are not there, then it's not a sought after award show. We understand we can't please everyone. We understand that our goal is not to please everyone, but to focus on what our vision is, which is to promote that which is the best that Nigeria has to offer in the entertainment industry. So you can be best last year and still be hard in the cellar doesn't mean you're the one this year. And that's what's great about award show. There's always someone hot. There's always someone new every year. Sometimes people forget that it's not just the material that you release. It's how the industry receive your material. Your fan base is one, the radio personality, the TV entertainment industry, the executives, the promoters, the DJs. You can't go about disrespecting DJs and expect the NEAs to respect you. It goes beyond just what I think should happen. A lot of people, they think that if they talk to Martin, they talk to Tuckwell, they talk to Zimo, they talk to Kaz, that automatically, gives them an edge. I don't mind having friends, don't get me wrong, but I hope it's not friend with benefits, you know what I'm saying? So it's, and you got to watch out for that. It's a very tough position for us to be in make sure that we keep our integrity tight, make sure that we're able to, be around for a long time. Because if what you do does not have integrity, then you won't really last the test of time.
Hmm, that's good. That's good. So you've always been part of NEA group before you became the president. So NEA before and NEA of this year, I heard a lot of great, wonderful review about this year's NEA. Like it was just all over the place. What did you do differently from what was done before and what was done this year?
The first and foremost was getting a clear understanding of what our goal was this year. Our goal was to send a message to the Nigerian entertainment industry that if we're going to bring artists out to the US to showcase their talent, we want to work with those that are willing to work with us. What really was different for us this year than previous years was that we got focused on why are we doing this. We're not necessarily a concert. We're not doing shows to do music shows. We're an award show. So we refocus what our goal is, our visions are, and we're not perfect. I mean, we're far from where we think we need to be and where we're trying to get to. Actually, we just went back to the drawing table. My team had the confidence in me to assume that responsibility to take us to that next level.
Now, let's talk about the main reason why I think I have you here. People are saying that Nigerian Entertainment Awards is supposed to be an award show where you are pretty much promoting Nigerian culture and introducing Nigerian culture to the world. Why is Nigerian Entertainment Award always in New York, America? Why not bring it to Nigeria itself?
I'm not saying that we will never bring it to Nigeria. Done the rest of the years in New York. Reason that we chose New York is if you look at the other award shows, the Grammys, the BETs, the Emmys, the American Music Awards, everyone has it at home. And I understand that because we carried that touch, the Nigerian Entertainment Award, will represent not just the entertainment industry, but the whole country and everyone that has talent in the spectrum of entertainment. And we understand, we assume that responsibility. We're honored to be in the position to be promoting that brand, Nigeria, and our artists. But we disagree with people when they believe that we can only function in the continent of Africa, where we should be in Nigeria. Our goal is not to introduce already known artists to the market in which they're already superstars. Our goal is to take them outside of that comfort zone, take them outside of that market, introduce them to a new market. And if we talk commercial success and we talk about potentially breaking barriers, that's where we want to be the front runners in that area. So our goal of being in New York is not only because we live in America, but also because we see America as a gateway for some of our entertainers that are already famous right now to play a global icon. We didn't start the award show off of, let's get together and do a new business. We have a very strict and clear vision is to introduce Nigerian talents to the world.
Now, I heard that Ashanti was in the building as well for this year's award show.
Wow, yes. First of all, let me congratulate all the artists that made it out to New York this year. It was huge. It was successful. It wasn't about Shanti because she didn't really come to the stage. She didn't make her presence known. She was backstage, having fun with some of our entertainers. She was happy to have the opportunity to mingle with them because it was shortly after that she went to Nigeria. So she was trying to, get a feel for the people of Nigeria more closely. And we're happy to give that opportunity, and she met some of the musicians. But my hat goes up to those musicians that make it out this year.
Artists that are here in the United States, they're saying this is supposed to be Nigerian Entertainment Awards. I mean, come on, we're here, we're hustling every day, but we're not getting nomination from NEA. What's going on?
This is where it gets interesting, right? We go back to Nigeria to kind of pick who we believe is actually worthy of being nominated. But no, not to say that the artists here or entertainers here that have Nigerian heritage aren't worthy of a nomination. I mean, we review our process every year. We expand our categories. Sometimes we reduce the categories. But my hat goes up to Bills, Hillbilly, Ace, AQ, Styles in New York, all the Nigerian DJs in America, and we're getting some leverage here in America. I mean, people are not understanding. We're starting to get some stations to play. Although they're playing the off hour, but they're playing it. We're soon gonna launch a satellite radio station for Afropop. That's coming up. So we're getting there. We're not far behind. So for us, it's not necessarily that artists that are here doing their thing here in America um, isn't worthy of any nomination. Absolutely not. They're doing it well. I mean, let's go to Bank of W. All those guys started from an NEA platform, but there's one thing that they did differently. They were able to take their talent back home and compete because that's where the competition is. The competition is not in New York, it's not in Houston, it's not in DC, it's not in Chicago, it's in Lagos,
He's in
it's in
the
Abuja.
jungle.
You know what I'm saying? It's in Chicago, it's in Abuja, it's in Port Harcourt, it's in Owerri, it's in Lagos, it's in Ibadan. If you don't get any nomination this year, there'll be next year, and there'll be the year after that. All you have to do is worry about your craft,
Yeah.
put in your best, and people will recognize you. If I listen to a radio station and I can't hear you and hear your song, then I don't know if you should be included in my nomination list.
So my Oga at the top.
Okay.
Before I let you go, real quick, tell me about the future plans for any year. I mean, what should we be expecting after this one?
Well, next year, is our 10th year. My executive team are ready. They're motivated. It's not going to be easy, but we'll be ready and we'll conquer the tough roads ahead. But most importantly, our goal will be to stream this event live to all of Nigerians all over the world, wherever they are, to give them a chance to see what we're doing in New York, doing it live. We may be able to get a live into a TV station. I don't know the details yet. Don't let me talk to you.
Don't worry, you're already giving the juice already. So.
But at the end of the day, my vision, our vision, the NEA vision is to make sure that, we blow this roof off the top. You know what I'm saying? Like we leave nothing unturned, bring the best entertainers that we have to offer, bring mainstream media, bring mainstream executive, record executive, label executive, bring Billboard in the house, bring BET in the house, bring Hot 97 in the house, bring everybody in the house and say, hey, this is the future of music, and if you're paying attention, it is the future of music because it's Afropop, it's the Afropop sound. If you listen to Jay-Z speak today, it's not just about hip hop. It's about Afro hip hop right now. And at the end of the day, we're privileged to be one of the few organizations out here that's promoting that. Have you checked out the new Kole Afolayan movie?
Yes, it's all over the place. It's been sending broadcasts it's a buzz. Yeah.
So you can see where we're going. We've got some talented individuals in our community, and it's our goal, it's our responsibility, and it's one mandate that we've taken seriously to recognize and award those people for their God-given talent.
Would you like to give a shout out to anybody out there?
This was about NEA this year, right? So shout out to all the NEA team, Zemo, Kaz, Tokwe, all our volunteers, Mevin PR, official NEA PR. Shout out to Yvonne Yearborn. Shout out to Kenny out of H-Town. Shout out to Abby Waba.
Juliet Ibrahim.
But Juliet Ibrahim, that's my baby of life. Juliet Ibrahim, she signed to Fire Maddox Entertainment. Shout out to Juliet, shout out to Bula, shout out to Shady Excel. Shout out to Black Jay-Z. Shout out to Papu.
You didn't give me shout out, so I'm just gonna
Oh, let me finish my shout out now. Check it out. Shout out to the UDR Radio, Coach Canino and his team down there. They go hard every year. Shout out to all the DJs and the promoters in New York City. They hold us down. They respect the brand. And for those that try to mess it up, respect the brand. That's all I'm gonna say. LizMani, always been a supporter of the NEA brand. I'm not gonna put it on blast, but I remember when you wanted to get rid of a red carpet a few years ago, but It is the LizMani show. I got that picture, but shout out to LizMani. Keep doing your thing. Keep going hard. I can see your brand growing. You know what it is. So appreciate you having me.
Well, thank you so much for coming to my show. I appreciate it once again. To reach Martin, follow him on Twitter. I am Fayomatic, and also follow him on Instagram. I am Fayomatic. For more information, visit www.lizmani.com. See you next time.